Pattern Pros, where simplicity meets results. Hunt Proof, the premier waterfowl mobile app. Migra, custom waterfowl ammunition. Rixie Outdoors. Wellens Land, Arkansas's leading real estate and development group. Retriever Fuel, a bark above treats. And Pond Creek Duck Calls. Call with confidence. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Off the X Podcast. I'm Forrest Carvajal, and I'm here with the people who did not bring me dinner, but all three of them had Zaxby's tonight. Wonderful friends you three people call yourselves. That's right. There's three other people in here other than me. We have a guest. Those people that are listening on the Spotify and everything, we do have a guest tonight. But yeah, nobody brought me food. Haven't had supper yet, so I might get a little wound up. Haven't had, supper. I have bourbon in front of me. It's going to get fun tonight. But we have a guest, a very special guest. We've been trying to get him on the podcast for like 3 years, and he finally accepted it. And he also set the bar really high for everybody else that doesn't live here because he flew in.
He did
to be on the podcast.
I'm pretty sure that he is the most requested guest in the history of the podcast.
He is.
Yeah,
he is. I was going to say that.
All the requests have come from himself, though.
With that, Mr. Justin Lowery, how are you, sir?
I'm fantastic.
You're fantastic.
Appreciative to be here. Happy to be here.
Well, we're happy that you're here too, bud. I mean, we honestly don't know what we're going to talk about other than just you. You have so many adventures planned out that you've already been on too. So I don't really even know where to start other than let's just go back to what even got you into the outdoors.
I would say the biggest thing is obviously family first. I've been around the outdoors in it my whole life. My dad, number one, got me into it when I was a very little kid. I'm originally not from Arkansas. A lot of people don't know that, but I've been living here for about four and a half years now. But
where are you from?
I am from the great state of Alabama.
Sorry.
Not a bad place. But no, So I grew up hunting around the South Arkansas County area, Gillette, DeWitt, Titchener, all that area down there. Mm-hmm. So I've been coming here since I was 7 or 8 years old, spending as much of a wintertime as you can over here in Arkansas. And so that's what got me into it, and it's just been a consistent major fulfillment in my life. I kind of surrounded my college, my education, friends, family, all that kind of around the outdoors. I've got a wildlife biology degree from Mississippi State, and knew as soon as I got that, I wanted to be over here in this kind of industry. I thought I wanted to be a game warden, national park, something like that, but I decided to not go work for the government and try to work on myself before anything. So
I don't know if we could have stood Justin Lowery with a Mount Me hat and a badge.
If he had a badge.
Tickets for everybody.
He would be insufferable.
No slack.
Y'all wouldn't know him in the same manner, though. It would be a totally different relationship.
You just see legs, green jeans coming at you.
Is that a tree moving over there, or is that somebody walking?
I'd be good at slipping up on people, that's for sure.
Yeah. I've seen him slip up on a turkey, so I can vouch for him.
It's impressive if you can slip up on a turkey. What did you start off with? Because if you started hunting younger, you started coming over in the duck part of the state. Was it ducks first, or was it something else first?
It's probably always been ducks. I deer hunt. I'm an opportunistic deer hunter, which you hear that a lot, but I love to take people hunting, get them in the outdoors deer hunting. But if it's me, I'm going to either fill the freezer with a deer, or I'm going to chase ducks and turkeys for the most part. So I'm not going to go chase a big deer as much as if someone I'm taking hunting is, and I get more joy out of that than actually spending time deer hunting myself. So it's definitely birds of a feather,
I love it. What was that first duck? Do you remember? What was that like?
Honestly,
or you've killed so many now that you just don't remember?
No,
that's what it is?
No, I mean, it's typical Arkansas, rice pit. We're in a field. Had a great mallard hunt. It would have been with my dad, my younger brother. He's 3-4 years younger than me, so he would have been 3 years at the time. So yeah. It was a fun experience. I do remember probably being the coldest of my life that first time I killed a duck in a rice pit. I think it was maybe 10 or 12 degrees, and this would have been like 2007 or 8. There's back in the days when Arkansas got ducks, they say,
Oh, Lord. When we used to have ducks.
Right.
Ain't no ducks in Arkansas.
Dang oozers coming in here and killing them all.
That's exactly what you were back then.
Exactly.
But you were hunting private. An oozer on private's not the same. It's different.
Right. That's right. Yeah, I cut my teeth on some public land too. It's not all been private, but when you get the itch and you turn 16 and start driving, you get a little bit of freedom. So you might end up at Dave Donaldson, Cash River, Biomeda, all the above. But that is those days are long gone. I would be fine with not going back to public land for a while. Just the headache the last couple of years has been crazy, which y'all know.
I want to talk about this though, Justin. Alabama. Did you duck hunt over there?
I did. Oh, and I still have some of the best duck spots in North Alabama.
Yeah? You want to lay them out for somebody on X-Pins?
Everybody, in our kind of work, I'm with the Wellens team here in the real estate world. I have a lot of Alabama clientele. It works really well for bonding with them if they're from North Alabama, North Central. We probably duck hunted the same spots because used to be, like anywhere else, there was good duck hunting in North Alabama. I killed my first black duck in the Red River Valley on the Tennessee River. We've got
freaking black ducks,
mallards, wood ducks. You got it all. You would just only be allowed to hunt it once or twice a week. You can't go. You just got to let the local population build up.
Yeah.
So being a high school kid, it's great. You go every Saturday that you could, and I was fortunate enough to know some really nice people, some farmers local that would have leftover potholes, and got to go shoot around on some duck holes over there too. And so I was very fortunate growing up, kind of best of both worlds. When I didn't have to travel very far, it'd be 30, 45 minutes to go duck hunt, or you can go spend 3 or 4 days in Arkansas. So
what was something when you were younger that really stood out, like that you picked up, like that you learned, like, okay, this is something I have to do to be successful at duck hunting?
Spending the time in and just being a scout, basically. You think that goes past people in Saskatchewan or somebody putting hours on the road to find a duck feed. I could argue that it's the same here because I'm fortunate enough to be hunting on some of these private properties, and just because you got private property, you still need to go scout it. In
Absolutely.
my opinion. So, like I said, that 16 getting free in a truck, all you wanted to do was go burn up gas on a gravel road. So that was definitely a coming of age part that I still continue this day. We do all kinds of scouting, whether it's walking, driving, drones, pretty popular now from what I've seen from some other people. So that would be a big thing, is putting in the time before if you want to be more successful, I would say.
Yeah. I like that. Did you have any people in the industry that you looked up to? Because like for me, it was all the Rich and Tone guys when I was younger. Like I looked up to all those guys. Still do.
I actually never paid attention much to the duck hunting side of it. I was obviously ate up with it. My dad had actually gotten out of it, and being young and so energetic about it, I kind of got him back into it in the duck hunting at the time. But his father didn't hunt. None of the other family, my mom's side, never hunted or anything like that. So it was all a self-taught thing. If my dad knew it, he taught me, and if he didn't know it, I went and learned it on my own. And so now, looking back, 20 years later, we were a heck of a team because we are able to obviously live and breathe it now, not just growing up through it. And then now we have our own property up in northeast Arkansas and do a lot of management activities out there. So it's really come full circle now.
About to say your whole family hunts. Like I know your whole family
not
is hunters.
casually.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, and that's one of the things. Like my mom got into hunting when I was maybe 14 or 15 too. I've got a brother that hunts. My sister will go over now and then. And so it really has come full circle to where it was just me, my dad, and brother. And then, my mom was always like, I'm never going to get into it because you're going to be cold and wet. And back in the time, if you could get a good pair of banded waders and make them last and figure out that you're warm and dry now, it was game over. And now my mom hunts probably more than some of the people that listen to the show.
Those original banded waders were definitely warm.
It was
don't know about the second part.
It was a step up from the lacrosse neoprenes.
Yeah, 100%. Well, for you taller people, like it for me, it was like, man, Oompa Loompa walking in those things. Golly,
I'm not claustrophobic, but I've always felt like cramped in those kind of waders growing up. The old neoprene.
Oh, the neoprene ones,
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
When I made the transition over from neoprene to the bandeds, which mine lasted 2.5 years, which I think is a little better than average on any pair of waders. So I make fun of banded a lot, but just because of stereotype. But the thing that I liked about neoprene better is like shin to knee deep water. I walked better in the neoprene compared to those banded waders because I had so much material that I was dragging. But those banded ones were so warm. Like I just pair of blue jeans and it didn't matter what the temperature was. You were fine in those, man. They were so warm. But I mean, I grew up in neoprene. Like, I could probably go back to them and be like, this sucks, but I can totally do it.
Well, another thing is, too, in Alabama, you talk about the differences of depths and waders. We didn't have shin-deep water in Alabama. We're usually on a cattle pond somewhere. And so you either had a dog that could somewhat retrieve, or you had a fishing pole and a topwater bait. And that was the epitome of Alabama duck hunting. And it worked. It was a great time. Still is a great time. You know, I get greedy. Arkansas has a split during Christmas. I still go home for Christmas, and boy, do I duck hunt those 3 days I'm home for Christmas. But no, just like y'all, I mean, I'm ate up with it, surrounded by it. Love all the people in the community. I mean, it's a great community, so it's one that I'm always thankful for. And being brought up with family definitely is a huge positive for sure.
What do you look forward to for duck season? Like, is there something that everybody has their things, and it changes throughout the season. My things that I'm interested in during season and every season changes. But is there something that when it's coming to season, you're like, I can't wait for blank?
I'm at the point in my career, which anybody that spends a lot of time duck hunting, I would say there's multiple stages of your career right now. Y'all are all on the stage of getting in your kids to it. I'm at the stage of I've got a really good dog that our communal trainer we use, Keith Allison, shout out Retriever
Who's
Ridge.
that guy? Never heard of him.
Great guy. But he has got mine and Tyler's and multiple other friends' dogs in shape. And so right now, every duck season, I look forward to putting in the extra legwork for planning, for getting the water right, for my friends and family to show up, and for me to be able to take them out and make it seamless for them. But I get more of the enjoyment working my dog, sitting in the back, calling and working the dog, letting them shoot, seeing success that way than I would if I'm up there guns blazing. But don't get me wrong, I will still gun blaze when it comes to it. And y'all know that.
Oh, yes, he will.
I haven't seen that side of Justin. I've only seen guns blazing.
He's still waiting for the other.
He doesn't want me to have a good time. He wants me to run the camera.
How much? But Matt, get on my good side. Get on my good side, Matt.
Every time he shoots, you get that?
How much did y'all hunt together last year?
A few times. I couldn't put a number on it, but typically, I'm a really great person, and I will invite you to go hunt, typically.
Really?
But it'll be very last minute because I don't know what I'm doing 24 hours in advance.
Ain't no lie.
I live by the wire. It doesn't matter if I'm in Northeast Arkansas, Southeast Arkansas. Do I know where I'm hunting? Am I hunting with someone? I love doing stuff on the fly, and that so... If you just gotta be lucky and have an available day.
He ain't got kids.
I can put,
Exactly. He's not married and he don't have kids.
I can put a number on it. 1. Just the way schedules worked out this year.
I appreciate the honesty, and honestly, like, coming from the three of us, making fun of you for he doesn't have kids, he doesn't have a wife. Do it as long as you can. Keep that
Do it while you
spontaneous side. And enjoy it. I really appreciate that you notice it and that you are enjoying it, because none of us can do that.
Oh, no
we
doubt.
can't do that.
No doubt.
Well,
Yeah, I tell him all the time during season, I'm like, hey, what's it look like? I don't know. What's it look like? I don't know. I'm like,
Hadn't
well,
been
you
scout-
gotta figure it out.
we got somebody spying over here.
Yeah, let me step off for a second. Y'all go ahead.
All right, we'll keep going. So, y'all, did you two hunt together, Matt and Justin? Did y'all hunt together this year?
Yeah, we did.
One time, apparently.
Yeah. At a place in Augusta,
Oh, yeah.
a client property.
Yep.
Oh,
Bamboo
yeah. I
City.
actually know this place. Yeah.
It was-
How'd that go?
It's fantastic.
It went really well.
As
Yeah?
far as early season goes in Arkansas, I mean, you can't ask for more. It's first season.
What do you mean by that as far as early season?
My opinion is that we have a good 2 to 3 days, and then the rest of the first season can be a struggle for the most part.
Why is that? I'm just curious.
I think
This is your opinion. It's okay.
this is my opinion. It's common trends that can be argued about on Facebook, but my personal opinion is this year was a dry year. Obviously, it was dry, whether it was the summertime, fall, winter, or even the spring. We've got a chance of rain in the forecast this week, and everybody's putting seeds in the ground right now, farming, which is good. But much less the drought, I would say declining duck populations is going to be the next biggest driving factor. That and pressure. Pressure and duck populations is what's driving our current season and current status, in my opinion.
Okay, so that's why you think that it's harder early is because, number one, everybody's excited about it, so there's a ton of pressure. And number two, there's just not much water.
Yeah.
And not many ducks.
I agree. And then, that leads into, they say that by Christmas time is when our, peak mallards have arrived here to Arkansas and are in the general vicinity, and they're finding those safe refuges and all that. I agree heavily that there's on a north wind, there's going to be ducks that show up. It could be ducks that moved around, but that end of December, first bit of January, our ducks are here. And so if you're hammering first season, the first part of the second season, I think that'll only detriment you in the long run if there's not drastic weather changes. If you have a river get out, if you have some really cold front, the stuff we saw the last 2 weeks of season here in Arkansas, everybody and their mother was murdering ducks if you had open water. Excluding those events, I think if you're easier on them in the beginning, you'll be longevity-wise, you'll be better off, which ties into the pressure.
Yeah,
sure.
So what you're saying, and that's probably mostly directed towards private because we can't control pressure on public. People are going to hunt when they had the opportunity. So what you're saying is private land, early season, if you don't go in there and just smoke what you've got, if you kind of plan it out, get them a few times, you're trying to save those birds for later in the season. Is that kind of what you're trying to say?
Yeah, 100%. And the case in point is that property that we're talking about that me and Matt went to hunt. We had 5 people. It was that end of the first split. We shot 5 limits of greenheads. It was a fantastic hunt. Saw majority of the ducks that I've seen going into that hunt was right there around that spot. It's in a great spot. It's right across the river from White Oaks. It's on the White River. I mean, fantastic area. But when you talk about pressure, that 40 acres this year was able to kill over 300 birds, which is very strong for 40 acres. And I think they hunted it maybe 25 or 28 times. So you're talking about a pretty nice average of being able to show up and hunt it once or twice a week. And
let's say 30 times and you killed 300 birds. That's 10 birds a hunt.
Yeah.
That's outstanding, honestly, because that's probably more than the average hunter is killing per year.
What could you ask for on 40 acres? Everybody says, we got to have this amount of acreage, this amount of acreage. It doesn't matter if it's 400 acres. It could be the right acreage inside that 400 acres that gets you so successful anyway. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Location has a lot to do with what you're going to kill.
Well, let's get into that side of it because all three of y'all over there working for Wellens. And so what do y'all, when y'all have clients or when you talk to people about properties, how do you, somebody that's new to duck hunting, somebody that's like, man, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, what do you tell them when it comes to Arkansas property?
The thing I'm going to start off with is probably 98% of the people that are actively looking for duck properties have some sort of exposure to Arkansas already. So I'm going to initially lean on to, well, what area do you favor? Did you come here and hunt in South Arkansas County with your dad when you were a kid, or did you, were you raised on Black River in the public woods or something? Because somebody that comes to buy a property, they're not going to just throw a dart on the map and be like, I want to be here. There's some outside influence, whether they've hunted an area before, they know their friends hunted an area before. You never really have to guess and send them stuff from state line to state line. They're going to give you a pretty good range of what they're looking for. And I always feed off of that information to really, really hone in and help out. And that getting them in the right area is the start. I mean, it's going to be what they know, what they want, or, if you get them in the right area, get them talking about that stuff, the money stuff can be handled after that. When they get something made up on the location, that's going to give me what we're inputting and throwing a dart on that. Because I'm biased, right? My family's farm is on Black River. They've heard this argument. I think
best river in Arkansas.
I think Arkansas Black River kills more mallards in the last couple of years. I think there's some really awesome properties on that river. I'm surrounded by some really awesome properties, and I have a great consistent area. I think the Upper Cache River is a fantastic area. When you're in the Beattyville area, or you go up to Amagain or something like that, those are like go-tos for me. But stuff you don't hear about as much, is sunken lands. If somebody was coming from Memphis or North Alabama or whatever, and they want to be, within an hour of Memphis once they hit the bridge, because 4 hours is enough driving for them, the sunken lands in Mark Tree, Truman area, man, that could be some fantastic hunting depending on the time. But it's just leaning back to what your question was, you got to go with what they know, not what you know first.
So you don't sound like a know-it-all at first. Like, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to go. This is blah, 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 blah.
No, I mean, they will tell you what you want, what they want. You hone in what they're looking for and what fits for them.
Yeah. I like it.
Because not everybody that comes here is looking for timber.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of guys that are looking for as much ground as they can get for X amount of dollars. And a lot of times that's not timber.
Yeah.
Well, and it depends. I mean, it depends on what their, financial wise, you could go into at that point. Do they need some sort of crop income to subsidize their addiction, or anything like that? But I'd take an 80-acre rice field that kills 400 or 500 birds a year over 40 acres of timber that kills half that, in my opinion. But some people won't. The prices are going to be insanely different. That 80 acres of rice field is probably going to be cheaper than 40 acres of timber.
Absolutely.
Sure. 100%.
Absolutely. So, then let me ask you this, since we've got the land management guy over here, too.
Oh,
so, I'm going to put you all on the spot now. I got all three of you right where I want you. So, you've got somebody that has the opportunity for the rice field stuff, or they've got the timber stuff. And you bring Tyler in to tell them, like, how you're going to have to manipulate the two. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to ask this question, but how are y'all going about this conversation with the clients of, like, you're going to have to put X amount of work into this versus X amount of work into that?
Yeah, so a lot of times what I'll do whenever we go out and look at a property, you kind of hear what they want to do with the property, what the overall goal is or what their vision is for it. And then from there you can rein them back some on, okay, well, that's way more than what this property is going to allow for, or the contours of the property just aren't going to work with that. This is what we can do with it. This is what the property is telling us that it'll allow to be done. And, we also look at ROI, how much are we putting into this property? And if you ever decide to sell it, is that you going to be able to get that money back out of it? Or is that something we're even worried about? But that's always in the background of what we're looking at is when and if you put this property back on the market, are you going to be able to recoup everything that you've put into it? So that's a big part of it.
Making them understand that just because they want it done doesn't mean it's financially or smart to do.
Smart, yep.
But we will 100% maximize what is available to you, whether it's more soil, whether it's GTR, crop, anything or that. I want to put as much water as I can across your property, but it doesn't make sense to do some things when it could fit other goals that maybe you're not exploring, but the person down the road could be. What about your 4-year-old? Does he like to squirrel hunt? We don't want to take out a bunch of, white oak knoll that's maybe 10 or 12 acres in the middle of a hump of a GTR. We're not going to try to make it waist deep in the rest of the woods to have ankle deep water up there, and you could just say, hey, that's let's go walk over there and shoot squirrels or something off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's a good perspective to have, especially coming from what you did growing up hunting at a young age. For me, we quote unquote duck hunted, but we sat close to the water, and then when it got boring, we squirrel hunted.
Oh, no doubt.
That was how my people kept me in the woods. And I like that you are able to keep that perspective for people that are looking for land of, like, think about the next generation, what they're going to need to stay out here in the woods, because, we got to keep them into it.
I like what Tyler said, something that we do. He said we listen to the land kind of and, like, let it tell us what it can do. Obviously, we can go in and manipulate anything, but we're looking down the road. And like Justin's saying, we're not just going to go in there for immediate gratification. Like, what's this going to do to the trees long term? What's this going to do to the property long term?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I'm building levees, or we're looking at putting levees on something, or grading stuff out, like, I'm not looking at, all right, are we going to be able to hold water? I'm looking at, are we going to get water off of everything once season's over? Because we can make a pond and hold water year round. It's going to kill everything in it, but you've got to get it off.
Well, and on that subject too, you're talking about next generation and everything. This is something that I learned being with my college degree background is basically like our public lands. So there are stakeholders, a communal group of stakeholders invested in the public land. You can take the private land and say, yeah, I'm the only one, client number A is the owner. He makes all the decisions, but he's, the one invested in it. But there's other stakeholders, his kids, his dad, his, brother's cousin, or, the people that's going to buy it from. The stakeholder argument in college and that public land tussles with every day is, okay, Dave Donaldson, Black River. We all think duck hunting when it comes to mind. Well, what about John Smith that comes down from Connecticut to see the red-throated warbler, you know, or a birder, or, you know, a squirrel hunter, or a hiker, or, you know, campers? And the argument that, hey, you can make it best benefit one group, yeah, that's great, but they're not going to do it. They're trying to make it all-inclusive to everybody, which is what our public land AGFC tries to do the best. Obviously, it's going to make people mad, but the more people you can please in general, or just keep everybody level-headed across the board, is better. I have that approach with private lands, even if it's a single landowner, because you don't know what their, like I said, kid, dad, brother, cousin, next landowner wants to. So if you're able to incorporate all this stuff to think of a perfect outdoorsman, not somebody that just wants to go kill 100 ducks a day a year or something, or somebody that's just here to, you know, shoot a 180-inch deer. Think about the resource and all of it, not just that one thing we try to primarily focus on.
If you read anything that we have or follow us or hear us talk, you hear the word legacy come up a ton, and that's really what he's talking about. We're looking out for that legacy instead of just instant gratification.
Yeah, you're thinking long term, which, I mean, you should be, because you're not buying a property thinking, all right, we're going to kill 500 ducks next year.
But when you do proper development, proper management, it may benefit 80% to one thing, but it's going to have a whole lot of benefits to other animals as well across the board. It's just like the argument of, you know, if you do really good turkey management. I personally am a big turkey hunter. I love turkey hunting. Do a lot of turkey management, especially in Arkansas and our farm and whatnot. We've seen quail return in northeast Arkansas in some parts of it, just from, you know, actively burning, trapping, working on edge rows. You get offset benefits from just focusing on one species. Same thing for ducks.
I like it. Well, let's go into that turkey thing real quick, because it's about to be turkey season here in Arkansas.
Here we go.
Like this is going to come out. When does this come out tomorrow?
Tyler's like, heck no.
It can, I guess.
I think it's technically supposed to come out tomorrow.
Get him a ghost.
But anyhow, I mean, it come out Thursday, or I really, honestly, I don't care. You
just keep the swearing down. You'll be fine.
You don't even have to release it for all I care. So
he does this just to hang out with us.
Right. Pretty much the whole time I get invited.
Zaxby's.
And he's hungry.
Last time I got invited, I got canceled on. So don't be laughing over there. You know that was true. Anyhow, let's go back to these turkeys real
What's
quick.
he talking about?
Who canceled?
Last time I got invited to go hunting, I got canceled.
I canceled.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Sammy
yeah.
Sosa.
Exactly. So you done forgot about it. Hey, listen, by the end of summer, I'll be swole up like Sammy Sosa.
Oh, here he goes.
Back to these turkeys, because nobody wants to hear about any of this other stuff. Do you have any good turkey trips planned? Because I know you and Matt went on a westerly trip a couple years ago, right?
Me and Matt made a trip.
2 years ago.
Yeah, Matt.
And that, well, hang on real quick, because that was your first time going after. Didn't you finish a Grand Slam or something other on that?
We both did.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear about that.
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is Matt unknowingly withheld the news of his son that was soon to be announced that him and Ansley were pregnant.
I did.
And we were shopping in Pagosa Springs,
Well, that's
Colorado.
what you do when you're tagged out. You
And-
got to find something to do.
And he's shopping for baby boy clothes, and I'm like, you want to tell me something? He's like, no. And he just waits 24 hours after we get back in Arkansas and dropped off at my house. He's like, oh, by the way.
He said, do you need to tell me something? I said, I'm just preparing for the future.
Shoot.
The future was closer than...
I promised
What
I
Justin
wouldn't.
He just
give up.
used you to go kill turkeys. That's all he did. That's
No,
exactly what he did.
We went to my spot. No.
to your spot.
Yes.
So
Have you been
that
there
trip,
before?
My connections. Yeah. I've been there.
Your
was
connections.
that was the second part of it.
Matt, have you ever killed a wild turkey?
Huh?
Have you ever killed a wild turkey on your own?
pen race.
Continue.
So the goal was we're going to Colorado to kill Miriam's to finish out mine and Matt's Grand Slam. We had both killed I killed in Florida, he killed in Florida. We got our Easterns pretty easily. And
You're a true hunter. I love that.
So we were going for my lifetime and his
we were
single
going
season.
for his lifetime, my single season and this is like we're going to Colorado, we're not leaving until we kill Miriam's. We go to Colorado, we get
What time did our alarm go off that morning? I think it was like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it was
2 or 3. It was like
2:30.
good,
baby.
Great.
2:30,
I love
3
it.
o'clock. We Matt's connection, he's 100% sure he used to go out there elk hunting and had some connections.
Yeah, I was just joking there, but yeah, I did know the guy.
Where one of his old connections is a big turkey guy. Like, he's a turkey guy over anything else. And so we reconnected the flame and went to go eat with him before we went hunting and this and that. And like, our plan was to get up there, and he just wanted to take people hunting. Out there, you get one bird in Colorado, I think, as a resident, or maybe it's similar to ours where you can only kill one of the first 7 days or whatever. But he had killed one, and he was like, you know, I'll be happy to take you. You know, this is just an old gentleman that's a wise turkey hunter, and he's like, how big of a turkey experience you want? I was like, full Monty. We're going all. we just drove 18 hours. We're going all the way. And so he's like, all right, I got to meet me at 3:00 at this. I'm coming to pick you up at 3:00. We're going to be at the gate at 3:15. I was like, perfect. This is public land, Colorado. You know, these high-pitched gobbling turkeys.
And talk about a guy being ate up with turkey hunting. If you call Mr. Bob right now and he does not answer, it goes to his voicemail. It says, hello, you've reached Bob. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm either turkey hunting, thinking about turkey hunting, or planning my next turkey trip. I'll call you back later.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just an old soul killer. And he's like, all right, we're going full Monty. We've got a 4 or 5 mile hike.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
He's not exaggerating.
It was a 4 mile hike up in the San Juan Mountains. And he's like, I know where they're at. He's like, we will get on birds. This is a very known area, and we're going to pass a lot of birds to get there. And sure enough, we're in the dark, got headlamps on, there's freaking tracks all over the road. I'm like, why are we going all this way and this and that? But we get up there, roosted is roasted. He knew where they were. We show up, and they just start lighting up the mountain, and we're in a beautiful little meadow. It's just, you know, picturesque stuff you see on TV.
Pause for a second.
Snow.
I'm sorry. I just, my brain. Have you ever used the word meadow for anywhere in Arkansas?
No. This is
I never hear that term in Arkansas. Like, never hear that term.
I'm only referring to that one space in Colorado because that's what they called it. I don't actively use that, but no, it is a meadow. It's just freaking these big, freaking longleaf, massive pine trees. They're beautiful. I mean, it's not a longleaf pine. It's some kind of freaking something. I don't know, but anyway,
Ponderosa.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Ponderosa. And, that's trees that us four couldn't put our arms together and go around. I mean, it's beautiful. But these turkeys were roosted on a mountain, made one yelp on a box call. They're lighting it up. Just, yeah, and then the show starts and like 30 turkeys come flying at us.
Good Lord.
Going to the meadow. The one little opening.
It's the only place they had to go.
It really was. They were walking roads, ridges, there's just these little pockets of just, I guess, clearings, old tree falls, whatever. It was the only place that had grass, and they just come out in waves, and it looks like freaking a group of 30 mallards cupped up coming at you because they're up on a mountain, but he's like, they're coming right here. Ended up, the gobbler landed like maybe 40 yards from Matt. He just kept walking, walked to like maybe 20 steps, and Matt rolled him up. So that was done quick, and by the time he's tagging his bird, we're high-fiving this and that. There's another bird that we didn't even hear earlier that's freaking gobbling his head off, and apparently all the hens went the other way and this and that. And so we ran, I don't know, 300-400 yards, got on the ridge top, yelped, he's gobbling, coming running. We sit down, and boy, I missed that sucker. I missed him like 5 times.
I can take a little bit of the blame because he had him dead to rights, and I was filming at this point because I had already killed. I'm like, let him come, let him come, let him come, and this turkey closer, then he disappears under this road.
He was under a road, and I was on one side of the road, and the turkey, turkey. If you're any kind of turkey hunter, if you're on a ridge top, this is a great turkey hunting advice. Tell
turkey
your friends.
tip number one.
Turkey tip number one. If you're on a ridge top and you have a turkey coming up, don't sit right on top of the ridge crown. Get on the other side of the ridge and let him come to the crown because it'll give you more time to kill. We were on the crown looking down at him, and so whenever he got the angle to be able to look up about 7 yards at us, all you saw was his little beak and eyes, and it was game over. And I shot, and I dusted the road, and then I dusted the air, and then I shot like 5 times. It was like $100 gone like that.
I was like, say right now that's like $120 going.
And anyway, So I'm steaming. Matt's like, "Oh, I got that on video. This is funny."
I'm feeling
It's really
good
what
at
he
this
was
point.
wanting to do.
His bird's
He
hanging.
did send that to us immediately.
Oh,
by the
his
way.
bird's hanging in a tree on a strap, and we're like, oh. And so I'm walking around, and we hear another turkey gobble just on their own. I mean, we're not crow calling or anything. We're just in where a conservative population turkeys live in the mountains that nobody gets to. I mean, by the time we were done with the day, after we got up there 4 or 5 miles, hiked around another 2 or 3, and then went down, we were at 13 or 14 miles on the day.
Goodness.
And this is all before like 9 o'clock.
That's not flat ground walking neither.
No, this is all. The sunrise out there is also like 5:30. It's not. It's not over here, so that's why I had to get up so early. But anyway, we got on another bird. Had a hen and one gobbler that was coming to us. They got yelped at. The hen got a little fussy, came over, and then he followed, and I was able to swing on it, killed it. Grand slam done. That's awesome. And so that was the first morning, and we were done at 9 o'clock. And so
We gave ourselves what?
we gave ourselves
5 or 6 days out there?
Yeah, if that. I think it was 4 days, 1 driving each way and 2 days of hunting. And yeah, I guess it would have been 5 days because I think it was 3 days of hunting. And so we were like, well,
We're
now
done.
what?
You can only kill one.
Yeah.
So it turned into a turkey trip because, we were like, well, where can we go now? It's like, oh, we're 45 miles from the New Mexico border. Let's go there.
Yeah, Mr. Bob was like, I mean, I've been known to go down there and hear one gobble before, so we went that night and scouted it and walked around, and
I've been known.
We got busted
bumped
by
all kinds of elk.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
so cool.
Really? Now
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It was on more public land. Didn't run into anything, just people. And woke up the next morning, said we're just going to try it. And if nothing happens, we'll leave and go back to Arkansas today. We'll save some money, get out of our Airbnb and all that stuff. We ran into another guy from Arkansas, which is crazy.
Gamoosers.
That's
hilarious.
And we were talking to him, and we both kind of started. We met up at the same spot. And we were like, because you do your e-scout and everything. I was like, this is the best vantage point to hear. I think there's going to be something around here. Well, he was there waiting because he did the same thing. But we talked BS a little bit, and we separated. We heard one turkey gobble. Out there, you can hear him way farther than an eastern.
It sounded like he was in Arkansas.
What are you
still
chasing
gobbling
in
at us.
Arizona? What kind of bird?
They're
is it?
Merriam's.
New Mexico.
It's
New
Merriam's?
Mexico.
New
It's
Mexico,
still New
whatever.
Mexico.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's still Merriam's, and
Okay.
so they're light, high pitched gobbling, no trees. And this side of New Mexico is a big, beautiful valley. There's some trees and some scrub and stuff, but it's not like across the state line where we're in these big freaking trees and it's just massive stuff and hills and hollers. This is like a big valley. It was definitely elk area. There
Bunch
was
of big
elk everywhere.
meadows.
Yeah, big. You could see for miles out there. And so I heard like a faint gobble that I think was a gobble. I don't even think Matt heard it. And I was like, he's like a mile that way. And he's like, I don't have any other better option.
Nothing else to go after.
We're here.
Yeah.
And so we literally climbed a mountain. And this is through, they have they're not live oaks, but they're little shrubs that look like oak trees. And they're just freaking thick as crap to walk through. Walked all the way up the mountain. And I'm looking down one of those massive just right-of-ways, the meadow, the field, whatever. And it's a valley. And I see them. I see like one strutter and 4 or 5 hens. And I was like, oh, they're walking the edge of this ridge. And we're at a choke point between these 2 ridges, and there's a pond. And I was like, oh, we're just going to go straight down. Well, yep, they're already walking this way. And for anyone that hasn't hunted Merriam's, if you see birds walking, they're running for you because those things just walk. They'll do laps around an eastern, just walking. But I guess that's just how they stay alive.
That's interesting.
Yeah, when you're ready to travel for Merriam's, be ready to walk because those things. I'll tell you this: they were a good 700 or 800 yards away, probably further. You've got 4 hens, a strutter, and he's strutting, walking like full strut walking. And I was like, okay, we got to drop to the edge of this, choke point, and we're going to get ready to call. We got there. It took us 2 minutes max to get to the bottom of the mountain at this choke point. And I was like about to sit down and call, and I stuck my hand on Matt because the first hen was at 25 yards in front of us.
Oh.
And it was just like, it's like, how did they get in 2 minutes? It was over 700 or 800 yards. It was very, very far. Like, it was far enough to where we're sitting there, looking at binoculars, like, oh, they're heading this way. Let's make a game plan. You're sitting there, this and that. And it was crazy. That's probably the fastest I've seen turkeys just moving. But anyway, so didn't even have a chance to call. And so they all walk in this choke point. They're at 25 yards. I just blast. Boom. Boom, boom. I was like, I missed again. I was like, there's no way. there's no way I.
Well, hold
miss
on.
this turkey
So you
again.
belly crawled through these shrub bushes or whatever.
To get
I
to the
stayed
edge,
back a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah. So you worked to get up there, and then so I'm just sitting back. It's thick. I can't hear anything, and then or see anything. And this boom. Yeah, he got boom. Oh crap! Boom! There goes another one. I see him flying off, and then that's
and then
when
I was
he's
like, oh my god!
I suck.
I was like, I'm the freaking worst turkey hunter, and like I have a youth 870.
Look at his arms. The
20
kid's
gauge.
got like 9 foot
No.
wingspan. He shoots a youth model gun.
Dude, it's because I hike. Ask Matt. I'm hiking everywhere we go turkey hunting. I'm freaking moving. But
He would rather walk than call, for sure.
I would.
He'd rather sneak than call.
No, I would. I'm really.
When I've hunted with him, he would rather sneak than crawl. Than call.
He's trying to walk you to
If I
death.
lay eyes on a bird before I if I lay eyes on a bird before I call, I can kill the son of a gun. If
you don't miss.
I can. I can call and yelp them in too. But I do like to get to vantage points, and I like to take it slow. But anyway.
So he knocked feathers out of the bird. So he didn't all the way miss, but
I was pissed.
This turkey's not flopping, and he's kind of having a moment, as we all would.
Absolutely.
in this
After
meadow,
that, when we just went 1,700 miles walking after this turkey.
on a public land, heard one guy. He gobbled one time all morning. I'm like, son of a gun. And
It
then,
it was a giant public land area, and we heard one gobble.
yeah.
And everybody else, I guess, heard.
We ran into 3 other families, and they hadn't heard a
Yeah.
peep. And so the only thing they heard was my gunshots that morning. Anyway,
So he's out there in the middle. I'm like, man, you hit the turkey. Like,
Yeah.
let's just go up over the hill. Like, that's the way they went. I'm a deer hunter. Let's go
go
trail
track
it. Let's
it.
just go see.
Get the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call Donnie Deaton.
Let's go look for feathers.
it was a good idea to go walk because the son of a gun was flapping up there on the mountain, like flopping down. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
One lung.
Really?
He lunged
he,
it.
he lunged him.
Dang.
And the crazy thing about that turkey too,
Bandits.
no, somebody had missed it very recently in full strut because all of his middle strut feathers were just blown right off.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody had blown it off.
It wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. And so I had a struggle bus turkey, and then so we said, all right, that's it for out west. Let's start heading back.
Hold on a second. That was a really cool moment, though. After you found that turkey, just
Oh, no
kind of
doubt.
sitting there. You're emotional. I'm emotional. Not like boohoo crying, but just that was a roller coaster that just happened. Everything we put into it. So we just kind of sat there, took some pictures, took it all in, look around. I didn't buy a tag for New Mexico because we only heard one turkey. I'm like, all right, we got it. Let's head back. And ran into a couple families out there, like you were talking about.
Yeah,
there was a little girl.
There's a little girl on her first turkey hunt, so she'd never seen a bird, so we took it out of my pack and let her see it. Like, sorry, you didn't get to kill it.
Sorry, I killed your turkey.
Do you want to pet it?
But
No, it was a cool moment.
It was a cool family getting, mom, dad, and young daughter getting all out and outdoors. And
That's cool.
It was kind of more based on what I thought. It was more of a hike and spending family time together than the turkey hunt. I mean, they had a gun, but so that was really cool. Get back with our Arkansas friend at the truck. He's like, "Congratulations, man! This and that." We ended up connecting with him on Facebook, I think, and all that. But we're like, "All right, we're done out here. Let's go head home." And so we're heading home, and Matt's like, "I just don't want to give up yet."
So I took care of my lifetime slam in Colorado. I killed my Merriams. That was the goal of the trip. But we're day 2 on this hunt, heading home, and I started the year in Florida, killed my Osceola, shot a Eastern in Missouri very quickly, and then the Colorado bird. So I'm like, yeah, I just finished my single season, but we still have 2 or 3 days. We're driving through Rio country. I'm going to make a phone call real quick and see if we can find somewhere to stop in Oklahoma on the way.
And we went. I hate Oklahoma when it comes to turkey hunting. We went to western Oklahoma.
The Panhandle.
The Panhandle.
Buffalo, Oklahoma.
It's a beautiful part of the world. God, there's no trees and no turkeys.
No turkey.
But when you find the turkeys, they're all in the same tree.
When you find the turkeys, there was literally 2 cottonwoods that were the only 2 trees they could have roosted in. There's 30 turkeys in it. And anyway, so we get there, we watch them fly up. There's a couple gobbling. Well, we didn't realize till the next day. We got off off the roost with them. First plan didn't work. Moved to plan B. Ended up working out. Matt shot the freaking noggin off of one. It was at like 6 yards.
Nice.
I reaped that turkey.
And
did you really?
Anyway, there's so many birds. I was like, oh, sweet, you got it. Let's go get another one. We heard 3 or 4 birds gobbling. We yelped up 4 jakes after that. And we ended up canvassing that whole flock, and that was the only longbeard. The rest were jakes and hens.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And so I was like, screw it, let's head home. It's like, let's get out of here. And so I had to make another trip to Oklahoma last year, and it didn't go any better than that, really. But Oklahoma, I'm coming for you again. I killed a turkey in Oklahoma. It wasn't the best turkey, but I'm going to have to go back. Because that's a tough state to kill a turkey in.
We had a heck of a trip. I actually texted Justin last night. I'm like, we need to do another one. Like, if I can figure out how to stop having babies, we are going on another turkey trip.
I was wondering if you knew how that was happening.
I figured Justin, it out the last time.
Where'd you kill your Eastern that year?
I killed a lot of Easterns. That year, I went to Texas, killed 2. I killed a very nice Osceola in Florida. I killed in Alabama, Mississippi, killed in Arkansas. I want to say I killed...
Didn't you go to Carolinas?
Yeah, I killed 2 in North Carolina.
Are you trying to get the 49 or whatever?
I'd love to, yeah. I think I'm at either 19 or 20 states.
Dang.
A couple of my back home friends and my neighbor back home, they're like, we're duck guys, they're turkey guys. And I try to keep up with them as much as I can, but I learned so much turkey hunting with those guys, and they're well ahead of me. But we got a couple trips planned this year. We made a trip to Oklahoma last year and a couple other places. Got one of them, their Arkansas bird. And so I love putting people on turkeys. Like I talked about deer, I do love putting people on turkeys too, because when you share the turkey woods with someone, you will learn from each other very quickly, because everybody's got a little bit different way of going about it. And turkeys are not like ducks. Ducks generally there's a communal idea that works of setting decoys out, calling, etc. Every freaking turkey's different. You can be good at one thing, calling, slipping, whatever, this and that. Being good in turkey situations will kill more turkeys than if you're a good caller or a good listener, that, in my opinion. And so those guys that I hunt with back from Alabama, they're really good about situationally. Well, instead of go, let's think about our options, and then let's figure out how to get the bird killed. It's a cat and mouse game. So
I love it. I like that point of learning from each other or whatever, because me and my high school buddies were going to Missouri again this year, and we learned a lot last year. And the main thing that we learned that we're changing this year, we're all driving our own trucks because we can't hunt together. we don't jive when we hunt together, because one wants to go, one wants to sit, one wants to do this, the other one wants to do that.
Missouri's fun, man. I like Missouri.
It was a blast last year. We got our
Where'd
teeth
y'all go
kicked
to?
in. Missouri.
He doesn't.
You should be lucky I even said Missouri.
Well, I mean, I hunted Missouri public land last year, and we had great luck with it. Up on one of the Army Corps of Engineers, and like just outside of Kansas City on some public land, and it's just putting that E-Scout, that time in, and connections-wise, I mean, connections are great for that kind of stuff too. Not just learning people, but somebody's walked through there at some point before you. And I do like Missouri a lot, but I am. Back to your question, I am, trying to chip away at my chasing 49. You
got any new states this year?
Yes, I got a Nebraska tag, so I'm going to go back to Nebraska. We had a bad duck hunting experience there this year, but I'm excited to go back.
Dang, a bad duck hunting experience. Dang it. These two didn't say it was a bad duck hunting experience. I don't want to dive into that.
We went Canada goose hunting. It wasn't duck hunting, but anyway, I'm going back to Nebraska, so I am excited for that. I want to start chipping away at the Northeast. I've got a majority of my southern states, a lot of the out west ones. I'd like to start shifting more towards that, South North Carolina and going up towards, all the Pennsylvania and all that stuff. So I'd like to go out there, but the only thing on the books right now is going to Nebraska, and then I'm going back to North Carolina. I've got some really close friends in North Carolina that we're fortunate enough. I trade off duck hunts for some turkey hunts, and they got some fantastic turkey hunting in eastern North Carolina.
I like it. I don't get, like, Rhode Island. That's the one in my head that I'm like, how do you get it to shoot one in Rhode Island? Because
I mean, some of those states, like, I think Connecticut,
It's so small.
yeah, I mean, like you can get permission, but you have to have like written permission. You have to have, don't quote me on it, but there's just a whole lot of extra regulations, and you're killing it off of like a 9-acre plot, or 12 acres here, and their public land is like a 40-acre section.
Exactly.
But I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot, that Chasing 49 group. There's a lot of information, a lot of good people in there. People are just as hush hush about it as they are their duck hunting spots, but being more informative on like here's this so-and-so person if you want to pay for a guide or somebody that knows that. Here's, in this state, here's who I would go with. Or like in Hawaii, the Big Island's the main place to go. The Kauai National Forest or whatever is the spot to go. So it's definitely been laid out, and people obviously, I think turkey hunting was the most explosive after COVID because COVID happened during turkey season across the U.S., and so the spike of it was insane. And so I think, there's obviously plenty more people doing it, but it's still doable for sure.
It's definitely gotten a lot. I mean, shoot, I'm turkey hunting, and I always made fun of turkey hunters. But it's fun. I'm not obsessed with it like some people are, but I do look forward to it in the spring. But when it's over, I'm not
upset about it.
No, I'm not upset about it, and I'm right back to thinking about ducks. That's just my drug.
I could say the same about ducks. Like I live, breathe, and eat, sleep, kill ducks. But February 1st, I could take a breather. But I also I think I hunted maybe 58 or 59 days this year. I mean, I'm not doing it once a week, twice a week. I'm trying to do it every day. So
never even sniffed 50-something days. Not even close.
Well, you got your splits. You got to go to another state. Like I said, Christmas. You got to go to Alabama and just try to get more than 60 if you can.
Again, he's single, no kids.
Again, yeah, single,
I got
no
a girlfriend.
kids.
I'm not married, but I got a great girlfriend. So that's.
Do you take her duck hunting?
I do. I got her into kind of all around hunting this year. She actually
killed a good deer this year.
Killed a really good deer.
You want to know who is a incredible listener of this podcast?
Who?
Jordan Lee.
That she is.
Every episode.
That she is.
Shout out to Jordan.
Dang, why didn't we have her on instead of him?
That's
a good question.
She's working.
She's more interesting than me, but no, she has been bit by the bug of the outdoors. It's fantastic. Makes it fun.
She killed a heck of a deer this year.
Heck of a deer. Great 10-point. I think it's around 150 inches.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sit in the stand kind of just luck of the draw. She hunted that deer like 8 days in a row, just about to kill it. So, and then got her into duck hunting. She got her own pair of waders and she lives in Florida now, but she was able to make trips up around that Christmas time, see family and stuff like that. And so we try to make the most of it, but it definitely helps because, which I went into the relationship, I said, honey, I love you, but you're not going to stop me from duck hunting. Like if somebody I broke up with a girl in college over this, because if somebody ever tells you can't do something, hit the road, dude.
Just
another-
you got me for
another tip of
305
Justin.
days, but there's 60 days that you ain't got me.
Yeah, if somebody starts to try like
The road.
like okay, like y'all said, you got kids, you're married, this and that. I get it. When I get married, when I have kids, we're obviously going to make time for that. But I'm 25. Like I'm going to get after it while the getting's good. Like you said, live spontaneously.
You should. I mean, you absolutely should. And you've got a great place to hunt. You've got a great connections to go actually chase really cool things. Like you get to see a whole lot of stuff that people that hunt a lot don't actually get to see.
Oh man, I am.
There's one thing I don't think that you actually take for granted. I think you understand that.
I am surrounded, whether it's my family, my friends, my work, church. I mean, I've prayed about it. I am surrounded by the best people in the world. Like, I love my life. I love everyone in my life, and I'm so thankful for it because not everybody has a lot of these opportunities. I've just been lucky, very lucky, but it's not taken for granted at all.
You've worked for it, too. I mean, you got a freaking degree in wildlife biology.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just you 100% lucked into it. Now, your life has led you down that way, but you also put the work into it for it, too.
Oh, no doubt. But I think sometimes that could be overshadowed, whether it's, you got lucky or this or that. But I've worked for it for sure. But it's something like I generally wake up every day so happy to live this life, whether it's, coming down here to visit you guys at 9 o'clock at night, fly down and record a podcast, or if we're going duck hunting, or if I'm not doing crap the next day. I can't, people in my life, I'm just so happy about it. And I think that's a huge factor with your family, who you surround yourself with, into your own personal happiness. Like, I think y'all could agree with that for sure.
I love that.
100%.
And I'm gonna transition this because this is it was a great way to kind of end the podcast a little bit. But what we're gonna do now, because these two don't know about it, we're gonna do random questions for Justin, kind of like our poll questions. That we used to do. I'll go first, so y'all can have time to think about it.
It's a lightning round.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lightning round thing, and we can do one or two or however many y'all want to do. But if you think of one, just that's what we're doing. So my question: would you rather go you and your dog shoot 4 mallards, or go you and the Wellens crew and shoot a 9-man limit of mallards and 3 teal?
3 teal.
How many teal?
You guys laugh, but you would have been so lost. We would have killed over our limit. I'd have had to call the game warden on you for being a bunch of illegals. No, like hunting with the team all day, every day. I mean, I very much enjoy spending time. I mean, we get to close out the year every year by sharing the woods together, sharing ideas, spend a couple days as far as team building and whatnot. Not a lot of people have that, so it's very, very awesome.
Social guy. I like that.
All of y'all know I'm a social guy.
We do know you're a social guy, but I like that.
Oh, Slims. This is a very leading question. I hope you answer it the way I want you to. Where is the coolest place you hunted this last season?
Very leading question.
Bro.
The coolest place I went to.
Well, he's not answering it right.
No, the coolest place I went to was Argentina, for sure.
Okay, second coolest place you went to.
I say Justin's been in some pretty cool places
Well,
this year.
let's go with this. The hunt that he's thinking of, where does that rank?
Alaska.
Oh, man.
Well, that's not the one I thought he was thinking of. I thought he was talking about the one where you hunted with him in Augusta.
Know, right?
No.
I guess, does Argentina fall under last year? I don't know. But
I don't know. Well, talk about Alaska.
Okay. I want to start off
Please.
by saying, like I said, I'm very fortunate. My parents and my whole family surround the outdoors, so I get to go to some awesome places. On the Chasing 49 subject, there's also Chasing 41, which is all your North American duck populations. And so I was able to go to St. Paul Island in Alaska in the Bering Sea and do the king eider hunt this year.
Congrats.
It was awesome and extremely interesting. It's a way different experience because you're geared up to go in the elements in a Zodiac and fight it for opportunity to pass shoot king eiders. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't matter if it's at 100 yards or if it's at 20 yards. You're slinging metal at those ducks. And, you go to kill the king eider and a couple other the bonus birds like the harlequin and scoters and all that stuff. And fortunately, we were able to kill our birds. We also killed them very early. So in a 5-day trip, you don't know if you're going out every day or not. And we were able to make it out the first few days. Me and my brother killed our 8 birds. And we sat around camp for 3 or 4 days after that.
So you're just allowed a certain number of birds. Don't matter if you kill them all in one day or if it's over the limit of the
Non-residents
trip.
can only shoot 4 king eiders. And that's per day. Or, like, you can kill them all in one day.
It's like a bag limit, like deer.
It is.
Something.
It is. It's a season bag limit. And then you could kill 1 harlequin and then a couple scoters here and there in an old squaw if you wanted to. And so I was able to kill a harlequin too. Those get me towards, I want to say maybe 35, 36 of the 41 species. So I'm getting pretty close on that. On that. I was able to go to North Carolina this year we got drawn to do the swan hunt.
Got the swan.
Yes.
I want one of those bad.
Man, those things are stupid.
Are you getting it mounted?
Huge.
Yeah.
How are you going to get it mounted?
I don't know. I want to do like a big dead fall, like a dead hang mount.
I think you need to do him
awesome.
standing beside the door.
That's what I've always wanted to do.
Just eyeballing you when you walk in.
Yes.
That or what I would do is put it on like a fishing line and have just a cupped up swan in the atrium.
You just need to have that as your fan, just on a slow spin. Just a slow spin.
But no, that was really cool. Those things decoy very well because they don't get hunted very much. But
where do you shoot at them?
I killed mine in the head with a 20 gauge TSS load.
Okay. Because in my brain, it's like that little bitty head that you're shooting at.
It's really not little bitty.
It's probably almost as long as this
this cup is. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
The swan is as tall as me from my shoulders to my feet, and I'm 6'4", so
That's a big bird.
it is.
I was talking about you. Swan's big too.
That was my high school nickname was Big Bird.
Bring it back.
No, I like my nickname now better.
Slim.
Slims. Yeah. Everybody knows me as Slims. And you can also meet Slims if we're friends. If there's a few drinks around.
Spicy margaritas.
Oh yeah.
I met some buddies at a duck club that knew you as Slims.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. I don't remember their names. Sorry to them. But yeah.
Neither can Justin. Neither can Slims.
All right. So you got one,
Dude,
Tyler?
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
I don't have one.
no.
I'm sorry.
Tyler calls me every day. He asks me just
Yeah.
interesting questions on the daily.
I just like to talk to Justin.
Turkeys or ducks?
Ducks, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Thank God.
But, turkeys are close second. You can't put another animal out there that would compare.
No.
Cut down or J-frame?
I'm a cut down guy. I only have one call on my lanyard. I'm not one of those guys. I don't wear a chandelier on my lanyard.
He only carries
gonna die.
one call and hits him with a 3-note.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on this hill. You go to the same call 98% of the time. You reach for a duck call. Why do you have 3 duck calls on your lanyard? It's clean. It's uniform. It never fails. One call.
That's a good hunter aspect, I think. I think that's somebody that hunts ducks and not overcomplicates it.
Do you have
I
a
like that.
backup in your bag?
No.
Nah, that's stupid. But
You heard it here first.
Sometimes I'm so good I don't even need a call. That's actually the best call you can have is sticking your call
Corn.
away in your pocket.
yeah,
Oh,
corn.
sorry.
Dude, if you people blow way too many ducks out of duck holes.
It's Nash Buckingham that said that. Said a duck call is conservation's greatest tool.
No doubt.
So are you going to go to a 28 or are you set on the 20?
I lived and died by the 20 for a long time now. Honestly, I don't know if I want to afford the 28 right now because there's quite a bit of price difference in the
Yeah.
shells right now.
It's stupid now.
Like-
I'm right with you. I was going to get a 28, and everything's kind of got me worried and
The
scared.
only thing I shoot a 12 gauge for is spring conservation season, and that's because I can't find a good extension mag for my 20 gauge. I love a 20 gauge. I shoot everything with it.
Do they even make them for a 20 gauge?
I think they make a few of them, but nothing that's worthwhile that I found out. Of course, can't go wrong with a SB3 too.
Sunny day or cloudy day?
Depends on where
Ducks.
you're at. Are
All right, at your place.
I mean, sun for sure, but if you say sunny day versus a rain day, I'm gonna say like a hard rain. Oh, I'm going rain day, and we could kill them from sun up to sundown.
Okay.
Rain makes ducks move, 100%.
Oh, it's weather change like that makes it
time.
move.
I've been in the hole at Justin's place on a rain day. They did not move well that day.
Hey, you got Garhold.
It's just.
I think
one
he
of those
did do that
things.
on purpose.
Just one of those things, man. That's always.
I was there. That's why they
you just
didn't
had to
fly.
be there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Do you boys have any more questions for Justin? Because we're going to do a part 2 at some point. So we don't want to have him talking for 2 hours. Just
What are some of your favorite things that Forrest has said on this podcast that you just want to call him out? Be like, that's not true. As a waterfowl biologist.
Oh,
I can think of one that Matt's thinking about.
Go ahead, Matt. What you
No,
think?
go ahead, Matt. I want to
No,
hear.
I'm just
I
asking.
want to know too.
Do orange feet mean new ducks?
No.
Orange feet just mean there's more blood flow in their feet.
No, dude, go in the whole explanation you told me on the phone when I called and asked you. Because the altitude and they're coming from the cold. and- You made that
Orange?
up?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
make
made that
anything
up.
up. My opinion
Cut his mic off.
is that your bright orange, dark orange feet of ducks that they could just be showing up, but it just means that there's more oxygen in their feet. So whether that means they made a long flight that morning or they just migrated in, I don't know, but I know they've been moving more than recently.
I think it means more to do with the colors and later in the year, and it's breeding time, and they're trying to show off.
I disagree with that very much because you can still kill
Killed some bright
you can
orange
still-
feet early in the year.
Yeah, you can also still kill.
I bet it
stale
ain't
duck
near the
feet.
same as it January, though.
I don't know. I'm going to have to get a color wheel out and we'll...
Get your color wheel
We'll
out.
color
Take
wheel it.
pictures next year.
You can kill. I mean, those ducks you can
Start
kill.
keeping
out
They're
of
feet.
freaking-
red in
like
January.
turkey spurs. when you
Not
start
all of
keeping
them. They
feet.
can be.
Not all of them.
They can
No,
be
not all
gavel
of them.
colored. in they could be gadwall colored feet in January too.
And that bird's not as far along in the process of getting dressed up. That's why if they were all dressed up and looked identical, then how would they stand out to a hen?
So birds see iridescence. I don't think there's iridescence.
Come on, bring it.
I don't think the hen is sitting there looking at the feet like, ooh, wow.
Let me see them toes,
Look at them
boy.
toes. But no, as far as plumage goes, mallards and ducks, they definitely see iridescence. That's why, if you get a good-looking bufflehead, you'll see purple and green. Mm-hmm. All of those ducks have the purple and green and those awesome colors showing up, and that's what leads into the mating rituals and everything more so than colored feet.
I would say that the colors of the feathers mean more, absolutely, yes. But I think you're going to see more redder, oranger, darker feet later in the year, and it's not necessarily a sign of, oh, that's a new bird that just came in. You shoot one with orange legs the last weekend in January, that bird probably didn't just show up from Canada.
Yeah, but he could have showed up from, Stuttgart. Stuttgart to Newport, Arkansas.
Is that a new bird, or is he just...
He's new to my area.
He decided to have Denny's instead of Waffle House that day.
Oh, he's new to my area. I'm full believer. I've watched ducks get up in the evening and get very, very high. And I have some great theories of where they're going to. I think they're going, over the state line into Missouri in times at the dusk.
I agree with that.
And so a new duck to me may have spent the last week, 70 miles south of here, in my opinion, too. And that could be enough to get legs changing color.
Maybe. I'd have to research it a little bit. I don't think...
I bet diet's a huge part of it as well. Ducks...
What do you think? Go into that a little bit.
Well, so ducks switch their diet when they get past, a certain...
what do they go?
Lat long,
what are they normally eating, then go into what else?
So in Canada, if you go up there, you're going to have your best duck hunts on lentil and pea fields. So lentil, peas, you got hard grains. You can shoot them in barley and wheat too. I've never shot a duck in barley or wheat down here. And we've got winter wheat, maybe some leftover Duffields or something. They 100% change their diet. It goes, crop, and then inverts in January. That's when they're bugging their butt off, and that's what's putting protein on,
Mm-hmm.
Not just the carbs in the flooded corn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that with Aiden was on here too talking about
that. The snails, bugs, frogs, lizards, snakes. I mean, they'll eat all kinds of random crap, and that's where they're getting a lot of their protein from. And so I think dietary changes could have some coloration changes in their full plumage too. The old farmer, I say old, he's not old, but a guy I learned a lot duck hunting from in North Alabama, he would swear up and down that when ducks get in certain spots, you could tell they're eating like snails and stuff, and then he would try to give the ducks away. He wouldn't want to eat them because he said the snails changed the actual taste of the duck as well.
I would believe that.
I'd believe it. Yeah.
I'd believe that.
I would too. But
yeah. How could he tell by looking at them that they've been eating snails over
He said
rice?
There's no rice in North Alabama.
Well, that was an example.
Crop, yeah. The biggest thing was there was a couple holes, like this hole called a spring hole in North Alabama. It's literally a bubbling spring, warm water spring, so it stayed open and whatnot. But
how dare it? We should shut it down.
The ducks would not get into it until January, and you could tell that they were just eating straight snails and inverts in that spot. There's not a single crop of moisture. I mean, you're talking about like crystal clear water, just stuff on rotten logs and whatnot. And so they would hunt it because it'd be ducky as heck in January, but they give the birds away.
I like it.
Where are you going in a few weeks?
Iceland.
I didn't have to tell
Iceland.
I am going over the ocean to Iceland to Reykjavik. Yeah, we'll just say that.
Like a vacation, just going to sightsee.
No,
tourist?
we're
What
going
are you
hunting.
doing?
We're going bird hunting.
Birds.
What kind of 3-winged turkey over there?
What kind of birds are in Iceland?
I have to pull everything out of it.
Have you ever watched Happy Feet?
He's shooting penguins.
And no, we're not hunting penguins. You know the little helper guy, the little puffin that helped the little baby Happy Feet get to places and whatnot because he could just fly around all that stuff. We're going puffin hunting, and I think it's the only place you can puffin hunt.
That's cool.
And so it's not a duck category, but it's a bird on the water. So we're going to go find out and apparently there's outfitters and they have.
Can you shoot them with lead?
I have no idea. I just know that it's a experience I'm very much looking forward to.
Heck yeah.
I'm being very open minded.
You taking a camera guy?
I'm not. I'm
trying to get you on, Matt.
I'm not reading too much into it because I kind of just let the experience speak for itself. Don't let you. Not that you're going to find much on YouTube on that. I think, but
You could be the first.
I could be the first. There is a video of Gordon Ramsay like netting puffins because they're a delicacy. In
that was going to be a question. What do they taste like?
They are. I actually
Chicken.
had them one time, and it was just like any other bird. I had it at a nice restaurant. I didn't shoot it or anything, so I don't know how where it really came from. But it wasn't bad and it wasn't great. But I am excited to harvest a table.
They're definitely not a corn eater.
That'll be fun.
I think that's one thing that your whole family's good at is just enjoying the whole experience. You're not just going over. Obviously, you're going over there to kill something, but it's immersing yourself in the culture. And then when y'all come back, talking to your mom, talking to your dad, hearing y'all talk about the stories is really, really cool.
Oh yeah, it's fun, and I'm, like I said, very, very fortunate that they're later on in life to be able to go and take these awesome trips, and I'm schedule wise freed enough to be able to do it because I love going to these cool places. Like we talked about a few of them just the past year or so, and very, very thankful for it. It's something. It's pretty cool.
Well, then let's do this. What is the trip? Like the one that you're like, I'm doing this before I die. Do you have one of those?
I mean, I could name probably 10. I mean, you can turn a trip out of anything. Like high on that list is going to be killing a turkey in Hawaii because that's just going to be bad to the bone. I've got to go back to the East Coast and I got to do layout hunting for common eiders and stuff, and I want to go experience that Maine, lobster coast and all that kind of stuff. A pinnacle, something I want to do is just getting back in the Arkansas timber every year and go sharing a tree with you guys. I mean, that makes my hunting experience. I don't have to go to Saskatchewan or halfway around the world to go be pinnacle because it could be, an hour from here in the Delta. It's just about how much you make of it.
I like that. Make the experience. It's good. Y'all got anything else?
No, that's just one thing I love about Justin is he is always in the moment and enjoying the moment to the fullest. So
he
very,
could
very
have
thankful.
a nickname of Smiley. He really could because he's always having
always
a good time.
got a
He's
smile.
going to find a good time wherever he's at.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or he's going to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You are the only determining factor for how happy or how fun you are. You can let other outside forces affect you, or it could be water off a duck's back, and you can be happy-go-lucky. And that's what I choose to do.
That's a dang good motto right there.
Boom.
I like that.
It's a great thing to roll everything up with.
Wrap it up.
Thanks for having me on, guys. It's
Dude,
been
thanks
fun.
for coming down.
We'll
Thanks
have
for
a part-
flying
we'll have
in,
a
man.
part two
Appreciate
in
it.
4 years.
After the puffin hunt and turkey season,
There you
we
go.
need to get him back on. and hear
It
about
would really
everything.
be cool. Yeah, we should do that, and we'll talk about experiences because, I mean, like I said, I'm going to Missouri. I won't have anything to talk about probably about how I screwed up these turkeys in Missouri because that's what I did last
Those
year.
make
But
some of the best
it-
stories.
Oh, absolutely, it will. But I really want to hear about these puffins. I want to hear about that.
excited.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Well, we appreciate you coming down.
Thanks for
Seriously.
having
Yeah, and we'll have you on again. We'll do this again and talk about all that stuff, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.